Welcome to your email, electronic, virtual, yet connected yoga class. My name is Mike R. Grateful to always be here with the All Peoples community. And this is your weekly Vinyasa slow flow yoga class. For those of you who have done these before, welcome back. And for those of you first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yoga movement, yoga breath, yoga meditation, a little bit of everything in the class. I like to call these a slow flow class. We will move. We will perhaps get the heart rate up a little bit, but we are not going to overexert to the point where you are feeling uncomfortable. As always for class, if you have any props, I know in the day and age of at home working out, we don't have access to a lot of these things, but I like having a couple yoga blocks. I don't actually own yoga blocks either. What you could use instead of yoga blocks are some books, some pillows, some blankets, some towels, all sorts of different options like that. So if you have those and would like to use those, getting those now. And one thing I don't always mention, but if it is possible, finding a little bit of quiet, maybe turning on some relaxing music to go with this, maybe just asking anyone you live with, if you do live with anyone, to just shh, and allowing yourself to have that time and that peace and that energy to just give yourself this self-care time. So with that, we're going to find our way to a comfortable seated position. A couple of ways you could start class. You could sit here in a comfortable cross-legged seat, placing that right foot in front of the left. You could move into half lotus. You could also sit on the shins and on the knees with a block or a prop in between your legs to give you a little extra boost. And we are just going to land here right now. Land here in this yoga practice. The next 15 minutes, nowhere to be, nothing to do, but this class, this time, these moments to take care of your body. Let's begin class today with the sound of Om, bringing that energy in, sealing the beginning of our practice, declaring it our time, our chance to restore, our chance to rejuvenate, and our chance to take care of ourselves. We'll inhale through the nose and exhale out the mouth. We will inhale through the nose. Letting that vibration sink in, letting the time be yours right now. Palms facing towards the sky and up towards the ceiling for energy. Palms facing down on the knees to feel grounded. Eyes closing or gazing towards the ground. We're going to begin class by bringing in that Ujjayi breath. That yoga breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale, filling up to the crown of the head like a balloon. And exhale out the nose. Inhale, filling up. Exhale, pouring it out. 5 more rounds of breath like that, your own pace, your own rhythm. And on the next exhale, we'll pour it out the mouth. Switching the cross of the legs if you're in that position. Maybe if you were sitting on the shins, coming into a cross-legged position. We're going to begin with palms on the mat, and we're going to squeeze up, shoulders, squeeze back, and squeeze down. 4 more rounds like that. Squeeze up, squeeze back, squeeze down, letting the breath guide you. Inhale up, exhale back, inhale in, exhale down. 2 more rounds. Up, back, down. Final round here. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, Chali Mudra, finger pointers towards the ceiling. And side bend over to the right. Gaze looks out towards the left. Breathing here. And on the next exhale, coming back to center. Gaze looks up. Chali Mudra. Side bend over to the left. Gaze looks up towards the right. And on the next exhale, coming back to center. Take 5 shoulder rolls backwards. And inhale, left arm up. Exhale, twisting open, left hand, right knee. And on the next exhale, coming back to center, we're going to go 5 shoulder rolls forwards. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, right hand, left knee, twisting open to the left. And on the next exhale, coming back to center. Inhale, both arms sweep up. Exhale, folding forward. Stay here. Begin to move the head back and forth from the right shoulder to the left. And on the next exhale, walking the hands back in. Soles of the feet come together in a diamond shape. And we're going to begin by lifting up over the right, off the right hip, and then back over to the left. We're going to hold for a round of breath, just maybe moving your hands to heart center now. On the inhale, lifting up, and on the exhale, rolling to the other side. Finding some movements that we're not used to doing. That is one of the great benefits to me of yoga. Moving the body in a way. We're so programmed. We get into our routines. Finding different ways of being. And on the exhale, hands wrapping around the feet and curling in. One more round of breath, and on the next exhale, walking the hands in, rolling over the feet, moving into our tabletop position. And beginning with some cat-cows. Inhale, belly down, gaze lifts. Exhale, curling in. 5 rounds of cat-cow here. Your own pace, your own rhythm. And on the next exhale, gaze looks out over the left shoulder. Coming back to heart center, gaze looks out over the right. Inhale for cow, and exhale, putting back down into the tops of the feet and just lifting the knees up off the mat just for an inch or 2 or 3. And moving through this sequence 3 more times, squeezing in that core. Inhale, cow, and on the exhale, lifting up and off. One more round. Lowering back down, sinking the hips down. Balasana, child's pose, 5 rounds of breath. On the next exhale, sweeping up, and we're going to bring that right leg forward, keeping that left leg on the ground. And we're going to sweep the arms up or leave the legs on top of the thigh. Anjaneyasana. Finding that low lunge. Once again, like finding these props where they may serve you, putting a little pillow there on your left knee if that causes any discomfort. Just getting creative with those. And on the next exhale, rolling back on the right heel, finding a stretch in that right hamstring. Bending back into that right leg. Inhale, left hand to the mat. Exhale, right arm sweeps up to the sky. Letting the breath guide you. Finding your posture, sweep the breath. Exhale, right hand to the mat. Stepping that right knee back to meet the left. Inhale, belly down, gaze lifts for cow. Exhale, curling in for cat. We're going to switch sides. Bringing that left leg forward, Anjaneyasana. Pressing down into that top of the left thigh with both hands, or letting the arms sweep up. Your class, what feels good on your body. Ahimsa means non-violence. It's one of the limbs of yoga that's non-violence towards all beings, but also non-violence towards yourself, not causing pain or discomfort to yourself. So if you're in a pose and it hurts, backing out of it. And on the next exhale, lifting back onto the left heel for half splits or our low runner's lunge. One more round of breath here. And on the next exhale, left sole of the foot back on the mat, right arm to the mat. Left arm sweeps up, twisted low lunge. On the next exhale, left hand finds the mat, meeting the right hand, left knee finds right knee back in our tabletop. Inhale for cow. Exhale, curling in for cat and lifting the hips up and back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, our downward facing dog. Feet about hip width apart. Elbows facing in. Finding length in the back and breathing here. 2 more rounds of breath. And on the next exhale, however you want to get there, walking, stepping, hopping, floating, or flying, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, folding in. Hands clasping opposite elbows, swaying side to side, shaking your head yes, shaking your head no. And on the inhale, sweeping the arms up and high, Urdhva Sasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. Letting it go. Finding some balance poses now. Inhale, sweeping up to the sky. Exhale, folding in, halfway lift. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, just sending that left leg back. Straight back. Supported warrior 3. One more round of breath, and on the exhale, stepping it back to meet the right foot. Sweeping the arms up. Coming through mountain pose. Switching to the other side. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, folding in, Uttanasana. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot straight back. Finding that balance. Leveling the hips, bringing that left that right hip forward, that left hip back. And exhale, bringing that right foot forward, meeting the left. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more round each side. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot steps back. Supported warrior 3. Maybe bringing one hand to heart center, maybe both. Stepping the left foot forward, sweeping up. Hands to heart center. Mountain pose. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot steps back. Exhale, right foot meets the left. Sweeping up and through. Weight into the left foot. Right knee in towards the chest. Staying here. Arms can extend long. Breathing here. Maybe that left hand wraps around the right knee and you twist open. Coming back to heart center, letting it go. Switching sides. Inhale, left knee into the chest. Staying here. Maybe exhale, right hand, left knee. Twisting open to the left. Coming back to heart center, letting it go. Tree pose. Finding weight into the left foot, right heel off the mat. You could stay right here, turning the right knee out to the side, or you could bring right sole of the foot to left ankle, to left shin, or above that left knee. You could bring hands to heart center. You could grow some tree limbs and definitely breathe. And on the next exhale, letting it go. Left heel off the mat. Left knee out, open out to the side. Staying here. Left sole of the foot to the right ankle, right shin, or if you'd like, bringing it above the right knee. Breathing here, finding that drishti, that non-movable focal point. Focusing in on that. And on the next exhale, if you haven't already, letting it all go. Inhale, arms sweep up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, folding in, Uttanasana. Inhale, hands to shins, gaze looks forward, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back to plank. Going to do some circles here in plank. Just moving around. Some circles here one way, going clockwise, and then going counterclockwise, 3 on each side. And on the next exhale, lifting the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot steps forward. Exhale, left heel to the mat. Inhale, sweeping up, warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. Right knee over right ankle, arms up high, and we're breathing. And on the next exhale, opening it up, Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2, relaxing those shoulders away from the ears. Gaze looks out over the right fingertips. We'll reverse our warrior on the inhale. Exhale, staying here in our reversed peaceful warrior. And on the next inhale, we're going to place our right elbow on our right thigh. And exhale, left arm comes across the side body or extending straight up to the sky. Utthita Parsvakonasana. One more round of breath here. And on the next exhale, we're going to straighten that right leg, not locking the knee though. Right hand can stay on right ankle or right shin. On the exhale, left arm sweeps up. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Finding your breath. These poses really mean nothing without the breath. It's really about the santosha, the concentration. Another one of the limbs of yoga. Finding your santosha, finding your concentration in these poses, and then you can find that concentration on what matters in your life off of the mat. One more round of breath here, and on the exhale, bending into the right knee, reversing our warrior. Right leg spins out to meet the left. We're going to be in our wide-legged forward fold stance here. Hands to hips on the inhale as the gaze looks towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, we fold forward. Prasarita. Hands can stay on the hips, find the ground, or wrap around the ankles, outer edges of the feet, or peace fingers around the big toes. Gaze looks up, hands to hips, exhale, sweeping up. Extending that left foot out now. We're gonna be towards the back of our mat. Right foot at a 45-degree angle, left knee over left ankle, and we'll sweep those arms up. Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. And on the next exhale, opening it up, Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. Left arm forward, right arm back. Gaze looks out over the left fingertips, finding ahimsa, that non-violence in your body, finding santosha, that concentration, and breathing. And on the next inhale, left palm to the sky. Exhale, reversing our warrior. Inhale, left elbow, left thigh. Couple options here on the exhale. Lifting that right arm up or up and across the side body. Extended side angle pose. On the next exhale, straightening that left leg, not locking the knee though. Right arm sweeps up. Trikonasana, triangle pose. And on the next exhale, reversing our warrior. Left foot comes around to meet the right. Back in our stance, hands to heart center. And we're going to begin moving towards our Malasana squat. But when the legs are still slightly above parallel, just popping back up and letting the arms go up to the sky. We're going to do 5 of these. Half Malasana squat, half Urdhva Hastasana. You call it what you want. Enjoy the ride and breathe. Hands coming to heart center, and we're just going to step on up top of the mat. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, folding in Uttanasana. Left hand stays on the mat. We'll gust a wind there. Right arm can sweep up to the sky or take a half bind, resting on the sacrum. Gaze looks out towards the right. And on the next exhale, folding in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right hand to the mat. Left arm sweeps up. Once again, left arm can stay towards the sky, or it could rest on the sacrum for a half bind. Making sure we try to center those hips, not letting our left knee and our left hip want to jut back here. But really, we want to be parallel. And on the next exhale, coming back to center, letting it all go in our forward fold, our Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, stepping back to plank, holding our plank here, or lowering to the knees, holding for modified plank, lifting the hips up and back. Down dog. And on the next exhale, lowering the knees down. Coming up here for a little half camel pose. Placing our hands on our glutes. Gaze looks forward. We're simply going to move part way back. And come back to center. This is the core, this is the quads. Moving back. Squeezing that core, coming back to center. One more movement here. And on the exhale, hands to the mat. We're going to lower the knees down, and we're going to place the left shin parallel across the mat. And in that pocket of the left sole of the foot goes the right knee. Then our right leg is still on the mat, straight back. We're going to sweep the arms up, right hand, left knee, twisting open. Now in the next exhale, coming back to center, we're gonna fold over that left shin, getting a little stretch here, hopefully in the hips. And on the exhale, walking the hands back in. We're gonna switch sides. So right shin comes parallel across the short edge of the mat. We're gonna fit that left knee inside of that right sole of the foot. Inhale, left arm sweeps up, and exhale, left hand, right knee, twisting open to the right. On the next exhale, coming back to center. Hands moving forward. Maybe forearms find the mat, maybe they don't. What we want is a little bit of a stretch here in those hips. Finding your breath. Finding your edge, but not finding ahimsa when you find it. Finding your edge and finding santosha, the contentment. And on the next exhale, walking it in, bringing the legs long in front of you, moving into 2 rounds of Paschimottanasana. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hands folding forward. Could be underneath the calves, on top of the shins, wrapping around the outer edges of the feet, peace fingers around the big toes, whatever serves you. One more round of breath here. And on the next exhale, walking the hands back in. Finding a second round here. You can bend the knees in this pose. What we want to find is length in the back. So inhale, we'll sweep the arms up, and exhale, folding forward. And one more round of breath here. And on the exhale, we'll walk the hands back in. Bringing the left sole of the foot in on the right inner thigh. Sweeping the arms up on the inhale, and on the exhale, folding over that right leg for Janu Shashasana. On the next exhale, walking the hands back out, switching sides. So right sole of the foot coming in on that left inner thigh, folding over the left leg on the exhale. One more round of breath here. And on the next exhale, walking the legs back in. We're going to move to our backs. If you'd like to hold out and lower one vertebrae at a time, squeezing that core in. Ever so slowly, letting the shoulders touch the mat. Right ankle, left knee, threading the needle, pressing the right elbow, if you can, against the outer right knee, or if you'd like to, using your left foot or left hand to grab the outer edge of the right foot and pressing in towards the body there while out on the right knee. Just another way to find a different feeling in this pose. If it doesn't feel good, just putting the hands behind the left thigh, threading the needle as we do in most classes. But maybe you find something, maybe you discover something. The hips are weird, hips are crazy. And on the next exhale, letting it go. Windshield wiper in the knees, letting the knees fall to the right, letting the knees fall to the left. One more round of that. Knees to the right. Knees to the left. Left ankle, right knee, threading the needle, or maybe right hand grabs outer edge of left foot while left palm presses in on that left knee. Noticing what you notice. One more round of breath. And on the exhale, both soles of the feet to the mat. Windshield to the right. Windshield to the left. Bringing that right knee into the chest. Staying here, if this is good, right knee towards the shoulder, or extending right sole of the foot to the ceiling. Maybe some ankle circles here. And on the next exhale, lowering the right leg 1 inch at a time. Switching sides. Left knee into the chest. Maybe staying here. Maybe lifting that left sole of the foot to the sky. Maybe pointing the toes up towards the ceiling, then pointing back towards your forehead. One more round of breath. And on the exhale, lowering 1 inch at a time, slowly and surely. Knees into the chest, rolling back and forth, side to side. Couple of options here. If you want to find a block or a pillow, using that for a supported round of bridge, placing it on your low sacrum, or placing the soles of the feet to the mat, arms out to T or cactus, and on the exhale, lifting the hips up and back for bridge pose. Breathing here. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Feel that? One more round of breath here. And on the exhale, lowering 1 vertebrae at a time. Soles of the feet to the sky. If shoulder stand is in your practice, going there now, or just simply staying here. Feet towards the sky. Breathing here. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. On the next exhale, if you're not already there, bringing the knees, legs down, wrapping the feet around the outer edges of the feet, rolling side to side on the low back, happy baby. Settling down, making your way to your final pose of class, Shavasana. I'm going to invite in, as I did a few weeks ago, a little bit extra long Shavasana today. If you could find 10 minutes, that's when it's actually really, really working. So if you have that time, taking that time to do so, turning me off, I'm going to bow into you, bow in for your long 10-minute Shavasana. Give yourself the time, if you can. Return to the normal breath. And when you get off the mat in 10 minutes, continue with your contentment, your santosha. Continue with your nonviolence towards all beings and towards yourself, the ahimsa. And I bow to you. Namaste. Making your way into your comfortable Shavasana position. Seeing you next week, friends. Enjoy.